Welcome to Prime Testimony Channel. It's been a couple of months I posted a video, and I thank all of you who prayed for me. Gradually, I'm recovering, and I thank all of you. Today, I'm going to talk about the fact that we need to change the software that runs our minds, because everything starts from our mind. What we believe in, what we say, what we imbibe, to a greater extent, shows in the way we live. Therefore, it is important for us to change the software that runs our mind and create our own reality. Some people think that it is not possible for people to live in Africa and make it in Africa. And because of that, they discourage people who are making some efforts to run their businesses or even to start new businesses. They make certain statements to discourage people. But as people have tried it and made it here, there are a lot of people, if things don't go on well, the easy way out is to find some people to blame. Of course, yes, we have so many things we can complain about, because when you look at the way some governments or a number of governments run the economy of the various countries in Africa, definitely we'll have a very good reason or good reasons to complain. But for every government, their duty is to create the enabling environment and opportunities for us to run our lives, for us to run our businesses. And of course, yes, we know that because of poor governance, a lot of things are not going on well. Businesses are not being run. Even there are some countries in Africa, I understand that if you don't align yourself with the government in power as a businessman, some may be able to destroy your business by whatever means. But that does not mean that there is nothing you cannot do as an African to make ends meet or to live and live well. Especially those of us that are Christians. You cannot accept Christ and call yourself a Christian and avoid the principles of Christ that make people successful. It is funny sometimes to hear people saying that, oh, we are the followers of Christ, or we are the followers of this person or that person, so all the good things, they are supposed to come out. It doesn't work that way. A good friend of mine told me that the principle of success knows no discrimination. If you're a Christian and you apply the principles, you will make it. I'm talking about making riches or making profits. And the same thing, if you're not a Christian, you apply the principles, you will also make it, because it is God that created all of us. Let me give an example. If one says that I am a follower of Christ, or I belong to this particular religion, I pay 1/10 of my income, and because of that, God will definitely bless me. It is not so. It is not automatic. Without savings, you will not be able to achieve that. Yes, you pay that 10%. By the end of the day, you need to pay a particular percentage also to be put aside as savings, which later you will use it as a capital to start a business, or you can use the same amount to invest in something else. But if you say that because you were a follower of this person, or you were a follower of Christ, automatically you are going to become rich, it does not work that way. There are certain principles that applies to everybody, irrespective of whatever religion that you are pursuing. So it is possible you can be a prayer warrior and you are still poor, because maybe all you know is to pray and study the word. Maybe you do not apply the principle of hard work, principle of planning, principle of honesty, principles of giving, principle of savings, and most importantly, the principle of investment. Throughout scripture, you can see even the people that were giving talents, some used it to work and they got profits. Another person did not use anything at all. And according to the parable, we are told that for the person that did not use his, they collected it and they gave it to those who utilized their own. So if you say that you're a believer of this religion or that religion, and you do not work hard, or maybe you work hard but you do not save, or maybe you save only but you do not invest, how can you create riches? And you may be quoting scriptures that, oh, the earth and everything that is in was created by God, and it is for us. And yes, it is true. It is true. But you've got to do what you've got to do. And God will not come to this earth to come and do for us what He has given us the ability, the intellect, the enablement, and the strength to be able to do it. We have to apply wisdom. There are certain statements that people have made, that people have, believed in, like you cannot make it in Africa. People make statements like, oh, as a poor pensioner, yes, your grandfather was poor, your father was poor, your brothers and sisters who were older than you, maybe they were poor when they were alive. But will you also decide to do the same thing? That statement of life that you believe in, I think you have to take a second look at it, and you have to change that software in your mind that makes you think that you will not be able to make it. If you realized a certain trajectory in your family, you've got to investigate and find out and do things differently. Don't just jump into conclusion to assign the blame to certain witches and witchcrafts in your villages that are following you. Yes, I'm not saying they are not there. Yes, possible they are there. But every situation that you face, every challenge that you face, ask yourself, what role did I play? What role did I not play well? What have I believed in? How have I acted? And by doing that critical assessment, you realize that sometimes it is important for you to change certain software that runs your mind so that you'll be able to see things clearly, to see things objectively, so that you'll be able to move forward. God did not create us to suffer. Yes, it is true. Definitely some people be poor, some people have challenges and difficulties. But most of the time, it is because of certain decisions that we take, or certain decisions that we do not take at the appropriate time, that ends up having those challenges. Sometimes we have to sit down and look at things critically and make changes in the way we go about things. Yes, things may be difficult in Africa, but with proper planning, with hard work, with honesty, with savings, with calculated investment, you'll be able to make it. Let's meet in the next video. My name is Ato Brentishan. Please subscribe to Prime Testimony channel.